I'll reconvene the Education Finance Committee from our recess. We have Article 10, Article 21, and the spreadsheet to adopt. We'll have nonpartisan staff briefly talk about Article 10.
Madam Chair, members, Article 10 is the Child Protection and Welfare article. It contains provisions related to child protection, child welfare, and child support, including critical incident and child fatality review processes, benefits received by social services agencies for children in foster care, child welfare systems improvements, a Supreme Court Council on Child Protection and Maltreatment Prevention, and federal compliance and technical changes.
Thank you, and I believe Senator Kunesh has a oral amendment.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My oral amendment is to delete lines 28.20 through 28.23. This removes the participation of legislators both in the House and the Senate, and this is to conform with rules.
Any questions on the oral amendment to Article 10 on lines 28.20 and 28.23? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The oral amendment to Article 10 is adopted. With that, members, are there any questions to Article 10? Seeing none, I move to adopt Article 10 with staff and as amended. Thank you. I will move Article 10 as amended for adoption with staff and the revisor authorized to make technical corrections as needed. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. Article 10 as amended is adopted. Next up, members, we have Article 21. Nonpartisan staff will walk through that.
Good evening, Madam Chair and members. My name is Dennis Albrecht. I'm the Senate Fiscal Analyst for Health and Human Services. And Article 21 is the Children and Families appropriations to the Department of Human Services primarily, but also the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, the Supreme Court, and the Department of Education. And everything that was on the spreadsheet that I understand you got to hear from Mr. Berg about is reflected in this appropriations article.
Thank you so much, members. Does anybody have any questions on Article 21, the appropriations article? Seeing none, I'll move that Article 21 be adopted with staff and the revisers authorized to make technical corrections as needed. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. Article 21 is adopted. Members, we had walked through the HHS Children and Families spreadsheet before we took our recess. We're about to adopt it, but I want to check and see if members had any other questions on the spreadsheet. Seeing none, I will move to adopt the spreadsheet labeled, just want to get this right, SF4699, time 12:55 p.m. on 5/15. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The spreadsheet is adopted. Members, we have come to the end of our work together. It has been lovely and very informative. And I want to allow Representative Pinto and Senator Wickland to have some closing comments on the bill you both worked so hard for before we move to closing comments from the table.
Go ahead. I think we're really just expressing gratitude, and I'll maybe say, because I hadn't spoken about the bill substantively before, just that, and I know it's coming so quickly to you all, and of course you'll get to see it on the floors as well, but we really can be proud of the work that is reflected in the bill and of the progress that it's going to make for the kids and families in Minnesota, as Senator Wickland said, in the areas of child welfare and food security and addressing homelessness and child care and early learning, and it's just setting us up for success in years to come, which is, of course, the point of investing in our kids and our families. So we can be really, really proud of the work here. Thank you much.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and also my thanks for the conference committee's work, and I appreciate your being able to complete this work today. And yes, I'm very pleased with the bill and pleased that we are able to make these investments in so many areas having to do with, both areas like food insecurity, childcare, children and families in general, and the new department. So thank you again, and I appreciate the time tonight. So thanks.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, for all the work that you've done for children and families across the state of Minnesota. With that, members? Of course, I did not have my mic on. I just want to thank you so much for all the work that you've done on this bill and for all the children and families across Minnesota. And with that, members, I will move to the table for comments, closing comments on all the work we've done together during session on the K through 12 bill or on the Children's and Families bill. Representative Edelson.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I'd just like to thank the committee members again for the work and for supporting the READ Act as we close out today. This will be my last educational committee here at the legislature, but the $31 million that Senator McQuaid and I worked on to make sure that it's going to go to districts and teachers is really going to make an impact. The $35 million that we freed up on curriculum will make an impact. Our districts are struggling, and I want to thank the chairs just one last time for helping us get through this. So thank you.
Thank you, Representative Edelson. Members, any further comments? Some folks didn't get a chance to talk yesterday. Senator Studinsky, I don't even think you have to turn on your mic, but thank you.
Oh, yeah, for the record. I just want to say thank to everybody in this room that works so hard. I know it's cliche, but it does take a village, and I just love, it's an exciting time to be involved with helping children reach their self-actualization, and we're doing so many wonderful things, starting with the new agency that you two have worked so hard on, and then bridging the kids into ed policy and ed finance and the House bills and the Senate bills, and I just couldn't be more pleased and excited to be part of this process. And I wish sometimes I was still teaching seniors in about 13 years, so I could see how the results that we've worked so hard for the next 13 years, and how the seniors will be different in 13 years than they were 8 years ago, last time I taught them. So thank you, both chairs, for allowing me this opportunity to be part of this process.
Thank you, Senator Studinsky. Any other senators or House members? And I'll turn it over to Chair Kunesh.
Well, first of all, I want to say how much I appreciate and I'm honored that you two turned this stack of really, really, really hard work over to us to include in our bills. And I know that there were hours and hours and discussion after discussion on what was the most important investment in early childhood and the best way. What you all do certainly is what we build off of, and putting that as the starting point is going to eventually make our job, I hope, a little bit easier, and we'll be able to just work in a synchronized way to ensure that kids are getting those services and those resources and the structure for learning when they need it, how they need it. And I know that both of you and all your members were very intentional in the work that you did. So appreciate and thank you for handing this over to us and letting us carry it over the end goal. And I'm really excited to be able to work with you again in the next year. And once again, members and staff, thank you all very much for being so participatory and caring about our kids in Minnesota. And let's keep working on doing the best that we can for them. So thanks much.
And I would just echo Chair Kunesh's statements too. I started out as an early childhood advocate, so it kind of feels like I came full circle with the honor of being able to take all your hard work and put it with our bill so that we're taking care of kids E through 12, which is as it should be, E through 12 and beyond. But just thank you for all your work. Thank you again to staff I don't know how you do it. You're absolutely amazing. This place would not run without you. And thank you to the members, both in the Senate. It's always fun to work together, and in the members in the House. I think we have a really great work product here, especially with the READ Act, to make some systemic change and really invest in our children. So with that, members, the Education Finance Conference Committee is adjourned.